Hey everybody, how are you? Hope you're having a great night. So I just finished up doing a react to Chantal's newest vlog where she talked about going on yet another health journey. It's still uploading to YouTube and I will put it on YouTube once I'm finished doing this react. The react that I'm doing tonight was one that I actually did last night. But due to the last part of the tarot reading by Sunburst Tarot, I decided it might be a wise decision to redo the tarot react because the last part of the tarot reading was a real punch to the gut. And why is that? Because the last part of the tarot reading had to do with Harry the hamster, all the many versions of Harry the hamster, and what really happened to them. And all I'm going to say in that regard is, Chantal, you're one sick puppy. When it came to that part of the reading, I felt absolutely sick. I wanted to throw up. I didn't know things were that dark. But I lost my mind. I was saying some things in the react that if I had posted that react, I probably would have gotten in trouble with YouTube. They would have taken my channel away. So I want to redo the entire react. And I'm trying to do it from a place of calm. When we get to the part that is triggering, I will let you guys know. I will give you a trigger warning for those of you that don't want to watch that part because it does have to do with the mistreatment of animals. So if you are an animal lover and that is something that will greatly upset you, you can avoid that part and then just watch the rest of the reading. I will let you know ahead of time. Trigger warning, it's coming up. You can just shut off the react and avoid that part because that part is stomach turning, absolutely stomach turning. I lost my mind last night, absolutely did. And that's why I'm redoing the react today. Like I make an executive decision, we are redoing it. So what does this reading from Sunburst Tarot concern? It has to do with Chantal doing fetish content. And you guys know, if you've been on my channel for a while, you know that I've been clocking Chantal all over the place on her doing fetish content. I've been calling that out for a long time. I don't know if I was the first
or if I'm the only one, but I think I was one of the first to point out that she was doing the feeder content on YouTube, and then everybody else started to see it too. But I've also noticed that she's included a lot of adult topics and content on her channel, going all the way back to her BB days. Like, she was catering to the fart fetish guys by farting on camera. Of course, also including that with her feeder content. She was also doing stuff during Crackhead Olympics, such as catering to the crowd that likes to do party favors. She was doing flashing on camera. So anybody that had the flashing fetish or public flashing, she was catering to them too. Exhibitionism, talking about her bodily functions, uh, pooing out in public. Those of us that were around long enough, we remember how she would go on long drives and stop on the side of the road and poo on the side of the road and then talk about it. So catering to a crowd of people that perhaps they had a poo fetish and they like to hear about her pooing. Like, she's always talking about poo. It's always been a thing with Chantal. What else? I just, now in Kuwait, she's been doing different things that she never did back in Canada, things she never did with Pete's, things she never did with BB, things she never did with Natter. She's doing the adult baby thing. She's catering to someone or people in her audience that have the adult baby fetish. Let me give you some examples of what she's subtly doing on camera. We all know about the baby talk and the baby voice, her calling Salah Dada, even though she is a almost 41-year-old woman. Her cam setup, doesn't it look like a high chair? Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Waving her arms in the air like a toddler. The water bottle looks like a baby bottle. The baby cry. She's doing these subtle things to whistle in people that might have the infantile adult baby fetish. Like, there's so many things, y'all. There's so many things. If you dive down that rabbit hole and do your homework, then you'll find out, like, there's so many things that she's doing to cater to that crowd. So Chantal has a long history of not just doing the feeder content on her channel, which is an adult fetish that could easily be placed on an adult forum, because there are forums for it. There is a crowd for it. It doesn't belong on YouTube, but also incorporating other adult themed fetishes in with her content. And why do I have a problem with it? Because adult themed content belongs on adult forums. Where it doesn't belong is on YouTube, where it can be viewed by all ages. She doesn't do age restricted content where only those that are adult can watch it, because if she did that, she wouldn't make money from it. Anybody of any age can watch her content and be exposed to it. She doesn't offer up any information about what she's doing in the video. And in my opinion, in my honest opinion, if you're someone and you're doing something of a fetish nature, even people that are in an audience watching you, whether it's in person or remote, they have the right to know what it is they're going to be watching, so that if they want to watch it, they can watch it. And if they don't want to, they can walk away. By giving the information to spectators, you are offering up the ability to consent or not consent. When you withhold information and you're basically just thrusting it upon people, you are taking the consent away from people, and you are exposing them to things they did not ask for and they may not want to see. And you're doing it in a very shisty, sneaky way. And that is absolutely wrong. So I am so glad that Sunburst Tarot decided to do this reading, to dive into the content that Foodie's been doing on and off of YouTube. It is impossible to talk about Foodie Beauty without also talking about her fetish content, because anymore, and I've been saying this for a while, y'all, the Foodie Beauty channel isn't just a YouTube channel. It is a fetish channel. She is catering to people of different fetishes. She's looking to attract people to her channel that have different fetishes. She's looking for the fetish guys in her audience that will tip her on and off YouTube for content. She's using YouTube as a portal to get in front of the fetish guys, to make part of her client list, who will pay her for videos either through Instagram and PayPal or Cameo. It's a whole system. And the fetish content is where she makes the most money. And I think we can all agree with her recent videos, the Valentine's Day live that she did, she was catering to a feeder guy, in particular, Anime Sucks, who has the feeder fetish. He's also into the fart fetish. And what did she do? She ate food on camera. And what else did she do? She farted several times. You know she got paid for that. So she is turning her YouTube channel, or has been turning her YouTube channel, into an adult fetish channel and trying to be, sneaky about it. But the thing is, Chantal, I see you. I've been clocking you and seeing you for years and calling it out. You want to do fetish content? Go somewhere else. Take it to a private forum. Take your fetish guys with you, exposing your audience or any audience to stuff that they did not ask for, they are not prepared for, they are not informed about, is wrong. And as long as you continue to use your YouTube channel in such a way, I'm going to keep clocking you and I'm going to keep calling you out, because that's what needs to be done. You want to do fetishes? Do it in a responsible way, not an irresponsible way where you are thrusting it upon people. It is not right. Not right at all. So with that said, let's get into the reading, y'all. And trust me, this one is explosive. There's so much information in it about Chantal, about Anime Sucks, about Salah and his role in all of this. I mean, I've been wondering, does he know about these fetishes? Is he okay with it? Has Chantal been lying to him? He does know. But we'll get into it when we get into the reading. And we're going to get into it right now. And full credit to Sunburst Tarot. I'm going to leave a link for her original video down below. So for those of you that have never heard of Sunburst Tarot, please check out her channel. Give her a like, give her a sub, give her a comment, let her know that you appreciate her doing this reading, because I certainly do. And without further ado, let's just get into it. And again, I will give a trigger warning when we get to the part about Harry the hamster, because trust me, it's a lot. So for those of you that don't want to watch it, if it might be too much, I understand. But I'll let you guys know so you can cut it off in case you need to. So let's go, y'all. Let's get into this and just buckle up. This one's a lot.
Under the guise of...
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Sunburst Tarot, where today we're going to be doing another reading on Foodie Beauty. And this time, we're going to be looking at it in a little bit of a different light, where we're going to see, Chantal, have you essentially been running an adult fun time channel under the guise of, I don't know, a vlog mukbang channel? We're going to take a look-see, because I don't know, some people requested it, and I'm like, you know what? This is the type of kind of content that I do on other celebrities and people all around. I also have my own theories on things, and so I want to take a look. So, Miss Chantal, have you knowingly been running an adult fun time service channel, essentially, for niche fetishes?
I believe she has, and this has been going on for years. And I also feel that Chantal, she's always researching what fetishes she can do on YouTube and off. Like, what she can tie in with the feeder fetish. Like, is there a subfolder to the main folder that she can tie the two together? And she does her homework about what can I do on YouTube? What can I get away with? And what can't I? Like, how far can I go on YouTube? So again, using her YouTube channel and the fact that it is a free platform with a wide audience where anybody can see, she's casting a wide net across everybody looking for those big whale fish. But she's over there, doing her homework like, okay, the feeder fetish connects to this fetish, connects to this fetish. I can do this over here. And by the way, Chantal, don't think I didn't see you with those milk and cookies. We're doing the who cow stuff now. That's what we're doing. Amberlynn Reed was doing the who cow stuff on YouTube and off. I guess you decided you were going to try your hand at that too. Yeah, y'all. Milk and cookies, the who cow fetish. If y'all want to do your research on that, go ahead. But the who cow fetish people love the milk and cookies, and she did that for V-Day.
Like farting on camera, apparently pooing your pants on camera, eating on camera, and the such. So we're just going to take a look. But first, remember, everything I'm saying is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. No facts here, y'all, just my opinions. So let's get into it. Ms. Chantal, let's just take a look at that general energy first. Is this what you've really been doing? The Fool. Not originally, but you stepped your way right into it. Because it got you a lot of fame and a lot of money. Because material influences, it also helped bring balance to your life. So I'm also getting that this is not just like a material balance. This is also an emotional balance. You found purpose. Chantal found purpose within this. Where it helped balance out internal parts of her as well as her bank account.
So essentially, when she started her YouTube channel, when she got on, all she meant to do was just do the mukbang stuff. But maybe due to her behaviors during her videos, like doing things like burping and farting, she was attracting certain people with certain fetishes, and maybe they were reaching out to her and giving her attention and giving her money, and she just thought, oh, I didn't know this was a fetish. I didn't know this was a thing. But when she found out it was a thing, she started to incorporate those things into her videos because she felt that's growing my audience, that's growing my channel. And back in the day, she was very concerned with the views, the subs, bringing in a bigger audience. She wanted her channel to be very successful by hook or by crook. It didn't matter. Like, whatever it takes. I want to be a big star, whatever it takes. If I have to take the sleazy side of the road, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Like, she thought she found her place. That's what it sounds like to me.
Hopes and fears here, the death card upright. Again, it was not her original. Did she set out on YouTube to start an adult fun time, essentially fetish channel on YouTube? No. She stumbled into it. She found how much purpose she got from it. And it changed her entire channel. It changed everything about her. She's an adult film star, except YouTube famous adult film star.
You know what I'm getting right now? Spirit is telling me she started out the channel as Chantal Marie. And then she became Foodie Beauty. And Foodie Beauty was the one who was fulfilling these fetishes. So Chantal Marie was the one that just wanted to get on YouTube and do food videos. But by finding these fetish guys and fulfilling their fetishes and catering more to that and getting attention doing that, Foodie Beauty came more and more to being taken over.
That's what she is. Because the unseen obstacle here, she had to really get out of her comfort zone. Also, when she stepped through the gate, to get here, there was no turning back. And again, it's like she stumbled into the gate. She stumbled to the gates of the hell. She stumbled to the gates of hell. And I don't think she knowingly stepped through those gates. But once she stepped through them, whether that was knowingly or not, she couldn't leave. Or she could leave, but from the emotional... She got so many emotions from it. Also, okay, I'm just gonna... the opposing energy here. She was not want any of this coming out. This is extremely hidden on her channel. This is not going to go out to the public. This cannot go out to her beezers or people out there. But the positive energy is she's not letting it go. Here in the past, the world, it's like, again, she was tricked into doing this originally to get into the adult fun time stuff. She was tricked into it too originally.
Yeah, I believe she didn't want the beezers to see the underlayers of what was going on. She didn't want girl world to pick up on it. And she was arrogant and cocky. And she thought the people in girl world, the people that are my beezers, they don't know about these fetishes. And since they don't know about these fetishes and they have no knowledge of these fetishes, because of what they don't know, they're not going to see it. They're not going to see the underlayers. So I'm sure it pisses her off, the fact that I do have knowledge about these things, and I've been clocking her, calling her out for the feeder fetish, calling her out for the adult baby stuff, calling her out for a lot of fetishes, calling her out for bringing the BDSM elements to her channel, because I do have the knowledge. And I wanted people to understand what they were looking at. It was the right thing to do. Like people watching Chantal and saying, like, why is she doing the things that she's doing? Like, why is she behaving this way? Why is she getting on camera eating all this food? Why is she burping? Why is she farting? Like, why is she doing all this gross behavior? Why is she getting on camera acting like an adult baby? Chantal is very money motivated. She is, y'all. She's obsessed with money. She can't ever have enough money. If she's doing something on her channel, it more than likely has to do with she wants money, she needs money, so she's incorporating stuff in her content for a certain kind of audience to make money. She's looking to either cater to people in her audience or attract a certain kind of niche to her audience. And that's why. Like, it's strictly a fetish channel now. I don't care what she says. I got a big problem with that. Yeah, she can do what she wants to do, but if it's an adult fetish type stuff, it needs to go off of YouTube. Strictly because YouTube it was not made for that. It wasn't. YouTube was also not made for having a channel and using it as a way to glorify and monetize addiction, looking for enablers and funders to keep the addiction going. It's not meant for adult content, period. You got to take it somewhere else. You just got to. That's the right thing to do.
But then here in the future, oh shit. This is coming to light.
Good.
This is coming to light. This is secrets revealed. We're revealing secrets on how this actually affects her and the amount of money it's been making. This feels like it might be one of the big bombshells that's coming out against her and the amount of money that she's made or the people that she's kind of been messing with. I've been doing a couple of readings on this And it's reminding me of my old readings of Chantal, you've messed with people's money. You've done bad business. People are finding you now on YouTube, and they are so mad that they don't care if they expose themselves for what they do because you're just that shit of a person.
Sunburst, would this tie into what you said before about Foodie? In a previous reading that you did a very in-depth reading, and you said that Chantal, she's got a handler or manager or an accomplice of sorts where she's doing stuff off of YouTube, like say Telegram or somewhere else, and somebody is basically farming her out, and she's being introduced to people and ripping people off and burning people in certain communities, and she's becoming well known, and because of that she has to move to different fetish groups. Like she'll go to one, she'll burn them, move to another one, burn them. Is there a possibility that maybe some of those people that she's burned and she's scammed are going to find her on YouTube and come forward and go, hey, by the way, girl world, here's something you didn't know. Whoever it is, if they got something to say, girl world is interested. We're always interested. But if she's been scamming people, they can come forward. We'll definitely hear them.
Because we'll just get some additional information here. The magician, yeah, you've lied about doing this. She's got a pimp. I don't know how else
I bet it's Anime Sucks
to say it. She's got a pimp. She's got someone who sells her content for her. And this is getting exposed. It's coming to light. She will not be able to do this anymore on the down low. It is going to be exposed. Did she take money from essentially, okay, let's just call, maybe we won't call it a pimp. We'll just call her handler or her manager. You know, they got to get those fancy proper terms now, even though we all kind of know what this person does for her. This man. Again, also full moon. Yeah, it's getting exposed. Someone's been controlling her or managed her into this situation, in my opinion. So let's take a look at the man, the myth, the legend that controls her, who got her into this shit show. Who is it? What can we know about them? Because you know what? This is ridiculous. Like, Chantal, if you're gonna, I get it that it feels like she was originally not, like she was tricked into doing this type of content to start with, but again, it's your choice if you continue to do it, right? But we'll take a look. What's this manager? What's this relationship between her and this manager? Essentially, that's kind of been helping her sell content. Not just on YouTube, though. But someone got her into this. Let's take a look. Take a look at this relationship. So we have Chantal. I'm trying to avoid this. I don't want to make a decision about this relationship. I don't want to commit. Her partner in crime over here showing us the 7 of Wands. I can't defend myself. I know what I am. Energy in between the two of them, loving bond. Is this Anime Sucks?
Yeah, I believe so. And you know what I've noticed, y'all? Ever since the tarot readers have been doing readings on Anime Sucks, like myself, Neo Tarot, Melissa Gold Tarot, Sunburst Tarot, since he wanted to be in the spotlight with Chantal, since he wanted to be a big shot in her chat, coming in, throwing the big super chats, you know, he wanted to be a VIP. We're all interested. We all did readings on Anime Sucks, and a lot of information was put out there. And I noticed immediately that as soon as that happened, he went back into the shadows. he's still around Chantal, but he's coming in under a different name. Although Chantal confirmed recently that Jack Assas is Anime Sucks. He's not gone, but he's coming in under a different name and he's giving smaller super chats. So the feeling is that he was way out in front. He got attention for being way out in front. And maybe he and Chantal talked and she told him, you know, like there's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of dots being connected. Maybe it might be a good idea for you to go back into the shadows so that all the dots aren't connected, all the pieces aren't put together. And so he's coming in under a different name. He's giving smaller amounts of money. So I think the tarot readings done on this dude kind of like pushed him back into the shadows a little bit. And I think I'm okay with that.
Because it's like, yeah, this is a loving bond. However, I'm regretting this. This might be taking me to the grave. However, this is someone who's like, I'm going to give you money. I'll get you a contract. I'll get you in. Like, baby, I'll get you into all the clubs type of energy. Hopes and fears. This is a burden that she's carrying as she's moving forward within her life. This gives me also not just 10 of Wands, like the burdens, like heavy as the crown that wears the thorns, but also this is like you're trying to move forward. Very heavy chariot vibes for me, at least in this card. And it's like, heavy as the crown, my dear. Do you want to become the biggest star ever? Or, oh gosh, because the unseen obstacle, it's like you can't keep. This is all underground shit, and so like Chantal is whether she's wearing wigs, whether she's wearing other things to kind of hide herself.
You know what's funny about you saying that, Sunburst? Neo Tarot has done a few readings on this subject, and she picked that up. For anybody who watches Neo Tarot, like, then you remember her doing a reading where she kept picking up more than a few times. She kept seeing this Moulin Rouge energy, like OnlyFans stuff. She brought up Chantal perhaps wearing wigs and disguises. And isn't it interesting that Neo and Sunburst, they're two different lovely ladies. They don't know each other. They don't converse with each other. And yet both of these wonderful ladies are picking up that energy of whatever she's doing, wherever she's doing it. She's wearing wigs. She might be under a different name. She's disguising herself in an effort to do what she's doing to keep girl world from finding out what she's doing. Like she's trying to stay undercover about it. But the tarot readers are picking it up anyway.
But this is all underground stardom shit. This is like, she's like, how do I put this? She's underground, like an underground star, an underground adult star who's been brainwashed into this, though.
Yeah, and I feel like the brainwashing might be Anime Sucks. And I feel it has to do with her need of attention, because she needs attention. He's giving her attention. I feel like they're love bombing. I feel it. That's what just came to me. Love bombing. He's love bombing her. He is like showering her with praise and money. And I love you so much, Chantal. I worship you. I worship the ground you walk on. And, you know, painting this picture of this is what you want to do. This is like the path for you. You were born for this, baby. This is your calling. Like he's just pushing all that stuff into her head. And Chantal's always looked for the easy path in things. She doesn't believe in the hard path, the hard-earned path. She's like, oh, I'm already doing this. Why not? You know, like, so he is coaxing her and persuading her, like, this is what you want to do. Don't you enjoy eating food? Don't you enjoy the attention? Oh, I'll put you in the spotlight. You'll be a star. Using love and attention and affection to groom her more into it and make her think this was her idea. This is the right thing for her. Like, you want this, Chantal. Like, this is so easy. You could just follow me and you'll be a star. But there's a price to pay for that path. And the price is her health. And if she goes too far, the price is her life. She's already very, very sick. And she knows it, and he knows it, and he doesn't care. Because as I've said in Melissa Gold Tarot's React, this guy is a dangerous feeder. He's an extreme feeder. He wants her as big as he can possibly get her. He wants her immobile. He wants complete power over her to where she is bedbound and she can't get up. He wants that sick kick of looking down at her and thinking to himself, I literally control if she lives or dies. I control how fast she dies. Like, this is the dark area that his mind goes into. And there's something in her that is holding back from being with Anime. And that something is that trepidation, that fear that she knows if she makes this jump over to him, there's no going back. There's no taking the power back from him once he has it all. This could push her over the edge physically. This could be the end. There's a reason why you feel that feeling, Chantal. Pay attention. This guy is not what he appears to be. He wants to not only have you around personally to fulfill his fetish to the extreme, but he wants to farm you out to make money. The same vibes that I got from Emily when she was with her ex-girlfriend, the one that unfortunately passed away, the girlfriend who was in the hospital that was over 1,000 pounds. Same vibes, y'all. Same vibes. Like, big is not big enough. Bigger is not big enough. Biggest is not big enough. He will push her physically to be as big as her body will allow her to be. He wants to push it as far as it can go.
She's been brainwashed into it. Again, whoever this partner is brainwashed her into doing this. I don't think she wants to be the positive energy, though, is the Seven of Swords. She's looking to get away. And she's looking to get away, but also there's a sense of, I want to... She's not super smart, though. And the person that's trying to do this isn't being sneaky. It's like they're being very, very this is the matter of fact of what's going to happen. Like, Chantal knows all the risks that she would take if she would go into this now. Because here in the past, I just leapt right into it. I was going to be addicted to the fame, addicted to the fortune. With the Queen of Wands, typically a bold, beautiful, sexy, passionate woman. Very, very attractive. Seeing it reversed here, it's giving...
I'm sorry, Sunburst. I'm struck by I don't know what card it is. I can't see the writing, but the one looks like a deer creature with the antlers and the woman with the fire on its head. I keep feeling like the fire is significant. It is very significant. Like he's filling her brain with fire, passion, love, affection. Like, that is the brainwashing. The emotional element that Chantal likes the attention. She likes the love. She likes the love bombing. She likes being the apple of his eye. So he's going straight for her emotions. That craving for love and attention that she has, he is using that as a weapon against her. He knows that's her weakness, that she is a woman in need of love or something that feels like love. So it's like, I'm going to set your brain on fire. I'm going to make you feel all the warm feelings. That's how I'm going to get you.
Me, like, this person was overconfident in kind of leaping into this. Chantal was overconfident leaping into this relationship, which kind of got her into the mess that she's into. Also, I don't know if she's being when she first got into this, I wonder if she was this was not a slow process. This wasn't a fast process. It was not a fast process.
No, he's been talking to her for at least 3 years. This has been slow. Now, a lot of people might ask, 3 years, why did it take so long? From previous readings I've done and from things I'm picking up, I feel that anime sucks. Why it took so long, he's been biding his time. He had to wait for her to get to a place of desperation to where she was weak enough that she would be more persuaded by what he wants. He had to wait until her money got really, really bad, and for her infatuation and attachment to Salah wore off. Like right now, she's hurting for money. Everything between her and Salah has broken all the way down. So she is in a complete place of misery. So he's been watching her. And he's like, now it's time to make my move. She's desperate. She's needing money. Her fascination with this guy has worn off. It's time to make my move. So he's putting the pressure on. I also feel this guy, anime sucks. He likes to play games with his money. You know, just as Chantal is financially abusive with other people and has been abusive with other people that way in the past, he's doing it to her. Like he plays games with his money. He uses money as a tool to manipulate and control her. Like, you better do what I want, or no money for you. Or if you don't do exactly as I want, you're not going to get as much. You don't get your treat. He holds it away from her. He teases her with it. He uses it as a tool to hold over her head. Like they're constantly playing the push-pull game with each other, the tug of war, because Chantal is a brat. She's a rebellious brat. And even though he's given her money, sometimes she fights him on what he wants. And then he punishes her with the money. So there is this push-pull of her being a dominant brat and him wanting to dominate her. And so they just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. She has never been 100% submissive. He's trying to turn this bratty, controlling female into being submissive to him. And he knows that if she's there physically, immobile, she will have to be submissive. She will have to listen to him. So that's why he's working so hard on trying to get her physically there. But again, Chantal is holding back because she knows once all the power is given to him, she can't take it back. She might also be concerned that if she makes a jump, if people find out that she is with a confirmed extreme feeder with unusual fetishes, that might be the death of her channel. Like once it becomes obvious that she doesn't care about her health and she's catering to feeders or other extreme fetishes, it's going to turn off a lot of people. So she might be contemplating those things plus more with, should I go or should I stay?
This was a very slow process. It's like you start with feet pics and then you go to fart stuff. Then you go to eating, and then you go to this, and then you go to that, and it just escalated up. It felt like over slow increments of time. And then now there's all this stuff that this guy has on Chantal, and now Chantal kind of feels a little bit stuck because it's like, you have all this stuff on me, you know, my community, and you're threatening and wanting to blackmail me into keeping in this.
I find that ironic because Chantal has always maintained a system of control over others. And I feel that she's used threats and blackmail to keep people quiet about what they know about her. So isn't it ironic and almost karmic that she met someone who's using the same tactics on her that she's used on others? Regarding the content that she might be doing for anime, he strikes me like energy wise as, I hate to say it, y'all, but he's like a drug addict chasing a high. Whatever she does for him, it's going to go up. It's going to get more depraved, more dark with his requests. Like it's going to start off with, I'm just happy with food and farting. And then he's going to get bored and want something more extreme, like do some poo fetish stuff for me. And then that's not going to be enough. And then he's going to want something more extreme after that. And then she'll do whatever content. And every time she does something for him, he's going to hold it over her head and go, you better do what I say, or I'm going to go straight to Girl World and let them know about all this stuff that you're doing. He might be using that content as a way to pull her to him, or she has to agree to be with him, or else the stuff's going to get released.
I do feel bad because the future events, though, Six of Swords. Chantal, oh gosh, this is coming to light. Someone wants to bring this to the internet. If Chantal rejects this person, because we'll look over here, yeah, this person's very greedy, very selfish. They want Chantal all to themselves. However, she's got a community and friends and people that want her just as much. There's going to be a fight over Chantal. Community, I mean, the community or this person. Who gets her? Who wants her? There's a fight. There's a fight on their hands.
You know, if this guy Anime Sucks is all about the ultimate control, there's a possibility that if he's got all kinds of fetish stuff on Chantal, maybe of a darker nature, he might be telling her, you better come to me. Because if you don't, I'm going to expose you on YouTube, and that will absolutely ruin her channel. That will ruin her money on YouTube. If people find out maybe some of the stuff she's been doing on the down low, that will ruin her channel, which means her money on YouTube will be over. And that will, and maybe his way of thinking is that will force her to come to me, because her way of making money, it's a done deal. She's got nothing else. There's no plan B. There's no side job. She will have to come to me because her making money on her own it's done. I ruined it for her. I'm exposed her. I've blown it all up. So she's got to come to me. Like this guy is diabolical.
Of who's gonna get her. Just saying. There's also a fight. I get here as well that just as Chantal has blackmail on others, that blackmail has now backfired on her, where they have all this stuff about her, and they're threatening to release it to her community, which embarrasses her and has egg on her face.
You know, and the tables have turned, haven't they? Or they're going to. And I would feel sorry for her if she were a good person, but I don't. What did I say, Chantal? What have I told you? You can get away with something some of the time, but you can't get away with everything all of the time. Eventually, you got to pay the piper. If you scam people, if you lie to people, if you hurt people, eventually all the chickens come home to roost. You got to pay the bill. You might have met your match with anime or whoever it is that they decide that they're going to come forward and say what they got to say. I can't feel sorry for you, because this is a situation that you put in motion and you caused. You caused it by getting involved in these things, making money on these things, bringing adult stuff on YouTube where it doesn't belong. If you've done this stuff off of YouTube, you're doing it off of YouTube, but you brought it here. You've been bringing it here for years. I mean, as a reactor to you, how did I know years ago that all I wanted to do was react to you and talk about your food issues, since I had the same issue? And I would talk about a variety of different subjects that I never thought would be part of your content. The fetish stuff, the THC and all the stuff you're doing. And how did I know? How did anybody know? You chose to bring those things here. And you've hurt people, you've scammed people, you've lied to people, you've manipulated people. So, hello, what you do to others eventually gets done to you.
And so she's stuck between a rock and a hard place. Does she give in to the whims of this partner, manager, or does she give in to the whims of her community? She's stuck between a rock and a hard place. She is coming to her tower moment. I do not like her energy is so like there's a reason why she's been eating like nonstop. Like this is insane. They have all this stuff on her. And she's so like, and it could ruin her. Okay, so let's take a look at Chantal's energy around this.
You know, I'm just going to say it. Her losing her channel may not be a bad thing, considering what she's using her channel for, what she's putting on YouTube, what her content is. It is triggering content. It is toxic content. She's using her channel in a way that it should never have come to be. Like having a channel where you're making entertaining content for people is not a bad thing, but using a channel where you are monetizing your addictions, you are monetizing topics like SA and DV, triggering people on purpose to get their money at the same time you're a fake phony victim. YouTube was not meant for that. It was not created for that. I have said before, I'll say it again. I think Chantal coming on YouTube and getting monetized was the worst thing to happen to her. Because the moment that she got monetized and her channel started to grow and she started making money, that's when Chantal Marie ceased to be. And Foodie Beauty came to be. And Foodie Beauty, the online persona, it just became an overblown, gross, disgusting, sick caricature. Like she stopped being Chantal on YouTube and she just wanted to live in her persona. She's lost touch with herself. Sliding doors. What would have happened if Foodie had not come onto YouTube, been monetized? Would she be a lot healthier? Would she be who she is today? Don't know. But maybe it might be a healthy thing if she were off of YouTube. Then she'd be forced to work on herself and not be so caught up in the online everything.
Then, not just the general energy, but Chantal's energy around this. Again, if you've been watching my readings, like this is what I've been picking up on. Oh, except we're kind of seeing another side to this now.
Yeah,
all
darker layers.
All about this adult sexy fun times, y'all. What's Chantal's energy about this? Queen of Wands. She was overconfident. She was so overconfident, and she thought she was going to get love. She thought that this was going to be the best thing for her. People were going to be on her side. She was going to be loved. Excuse me. She was going to be adored. She was going to be the apple of everyone's eye. I don't know why I'm getting this, but it feels like she felt like she could find someone like Carly Steele. She could be someone like Carly Steele. If you don't know who Carly Steele is, she did a mukbang with Chantal, and she was doing OF content. Chantal did a mukbang with her and some OF content with that. And she saw how much Carly was adored, and I think Chantal wanted something very similar to that. Because the material influences, though, here is she could never commit. She was stuck. She could never commit to one side or the other when it came to this. And she can't commit. It's like, what side do I want to be on? She doesn't know. Because her hopes and fears here, she has so much anxiety, so much worry, so many sleepless nights, because it's like she has information on other people, but they also have information on her, and it's like, which one wins? It's like they're stuck at a stalemate. Who's going to blink first? She's playing a game of giant freaking chicken right now, and neither one are budging, and she's getting very, very, very worried.
Well, if she has spent a long time scamming people, taking their money, ripping people off, she should be worried. She should be very worried. This is what happens when you spend a lifetime scamming people, lying to people, making promises, taking people's money, and then not delivering what you promise. You can't do that forever and not expect to get caught at some point.
Gosh. There's the unseen obstacles here. She has to walk away from this. She has to walk away, but she is sticking her heels in the mud. It's like, walk away from the adult sexy fun times, because the opposing energy here is, you have a new offer coming in. You need to get away from this shit, though. Positive energy. She is going to get backstabbed and betrayed. She's going to be at her lowest. This person who's coming in, or she's fighting with, who has this information on her, will release it. They're planning to release it. And there's nothing that she can do to stop them. There's no amount of blackmail, there's no amount of money, there's no amount of fraud that she could do to stop them. And that's coming down the pipeline for her. And if Chantal watches this, I just want to let you know, either you come clean about it or they come clean about it. Who would you rather have it come from?
Yeah, but who's going to get to the table first? That's the big question. Who's going to get to the table first? Is it Chantal or is it somebody else? And again, if she wants to do adult sexy fun time off of YouTube, do what you got to do, Chantal. But bringing it on YouTube in front of people, presenting it to people, you're doing this fetish shit on YouTube, and girl, I see you. That's what makes it incorrect. Putting adult fetish stuff on a free forum that everybody can watch, including those who might be underage. You're exposing people of all ages to what you do. You are not putting information on your lives or your videos about what you're going to do and why. By not giving the information, you remove the right to consent or not consent. And when it comes to anything adult, even an audience has the right to know, and they have the right to consent. If you have an adult fetish, it's okay. But you got to handle it in the right way. You got to be respectful about it. You have not been respectful. And that's why I've got a problem with you. And that's why I'm clocking the shit out of you when you come online and you're doing the adult fetishes in front of people and you're trying to be sneaky about it and subtle about it. I still clock you. And I call it out and I let my audience know so that they know, they can be informed. If you're not going to do giving the information, I will. It's stuff that needs to be somewhere else with adults, with people that are adults, and only adults can view it. You want to do the adult baby thing? You want to do the feeder thing? You want to do the poo fetish thing and talk about pooping your pants? You want to flash? You want to do exhibitionism? All that? take it where it should be. Take all your guys with you. Don't put it on YouTube. Don't do that. It's not right. It's so not right. Think about the people that are on YouTube, and they're seeing things they really didn't ask to see. They don't want to see it. Okay? If they want to see a certain fetish, they can go look it up. But trying to be sneaky and sneak it into a video or a live, it ain't right. Right is right and wrong is wrong, and what you're doing is wrong, ma'am.
Because here in the past, King of Wands, I don't know what sort of sexy fun time shit you were doing with people in the past. I don't know who you sent it to, but this is someone's wand that you were doing stuff with. And that's kind of led to here, a partner who is in control. You were out of control. And then now here in the future, the Three of Pentacles. New opportunities, my dear. New opportunities, new business agreements. You might be able to stay on YouTube. You might not, but you might have to start a brand new channel. So I would abandon the one that you're on now and start something new that's not eating, that's not adult, sexy, fun times. Go travel like you actually want to travel. Go do it. Abandon this. You have to. Otherwise, this channel that you're on now, Miss Foodie Beauty, once this is gone, you won't be able to make other channels. We just saw that with the Beezer show, right? It's coming. It's coming. You can't stop it. No matter what you try and do, you can go with this person. You can go against this person. You can try and manipulate this person, send them money, do this, do that. It's not going to work. You've messed with them, and they will now mess with you. All right. That's what I'm seeing. I'm going to now take a look at something else. I'm going to pause really quick to cough. Okay. I want to take a look at what's Salah's energy in this. Does Salah know about all this adult sexy fun time shit?
Yeah, that's the big question. Does Salah know about these fetishes? Is he aware? Is she hiding a lot of them from him? Or does he know about certain ones? That's what I've been curious about.
What's going on? Is he a part of it? Is he not? What's going on? I'm curious because why not? Let's take a look. What's Salah's energy when it comes to the adult sexy fun time stuff with Chantal's channel? What is his energy with it? Because it's been revealed he has some not so vanilla tastes. He's like, do it. He gets the money from it. He gets money from it. He knows about it. He gets money from it. He's also done content with her. They've made a shit ton of money from this. I don't think they're doing it now, but they used to when they first got together, or maybe like a year after or 6 months after they got together and she started essentially living in Kuwait full time. Oh no, they did content together. I gave stuff away because I also became a star. Because material influence, this is us trying to maintain money. This is how they made money for a while. And you know how they were able to pay for things, even though views were going down on YouTube and they were doing all this travel and we were getting all this money and this was them. They had to do this content to avoid financial ruin and disaster. Because the hopes and fears here is the... Melissa Gold Tarot kind of explains this a little bit in her reading, where it's like the Empress card she sees is kind of all about the feedy yum yum communities or feeder communities. And I think for him, it's like he would rather see her do the adult fun time content rather than the feedy content.
And the problem is they're both mixed together. The feedy stuff and the adult sexy time content, they're mixed together. Because I'm absolutely certain these feeders that she's catering to, they want more than just seeing her eat on camera. They want more than just food. If they want to see her eat food, they can see that for free on YouTube. So if they're paying her for private content, say through a Fetish site or buying a Cameo, they're sending her money on PayPal, they're going to want a little bit more. They want to see something that they won't be able to see for free on YouTube. So she might be mixing in the Fetish content with, like Bound Chicka Wow Wow, that sort of stuff.
He doesn't like her eating all the time, but if she wants to do the adult sexy fun time stuff, he does not give two shits. It's like he would rather see her do that type of content than the Fetish content. But the Fetish content apparently is where she makes the more money.
And isn't that interesting? He's supposed to be her husband, and he's doesn't like the Fetish content, but he's okay with the adult sexy time content. Figure that one out. Your partner is doing sexy stuff. No problem. But stuff just involving food, you got a problem with that. Why is that?
So that's what she does. It's also apparently easier for her, I'm getting. Yeah, it's easier for her to do, as well as it doesn't involve him.
That's why he's so anything not involving him, he's like, just do what you got to do. As long as I'm not involved, I'll be over here.
It doesn't involve him now. I don't know what sort of weird stuff. The image that kind of comes to my mind is we have a Chantal sitting on Salah's lap like Santa, and is like, feed me with her baby voice. I don't know why I see an adult bonnet, but whatever you want to call that, you call that whatever you want.
It sounds like adult baby content. I don't know how Chantal would sit on Salah's lap. I don't know how they'd manage that. But the bonnet on the head and sitting on Santa's lap and the baby voice, y'all, that's adult baby content. That's what that is. That's the adult baby content. That's what that is. So, like, if they've done videos together, pictures of her acting like an adult baby, that's the content that he was involved with.
That's the imagery that comes to my head, and it's like, and yeah. Because the unseen obstacles transformation, change, the butterfly, the moth. It's also like Salah went in, did his thing, transformed, and got the heck out. They have videos, in my opinion, here, because the opposing energy, though, is the community. Also, this community booted them out. Whatever Salah, the community booted them out, or the community didn't want them anymore. Is kind of what I'm seeing when it comes to this, because the positive energy, he was backstabbed and he was betrayed. Foodie either took money from like a couple's video that they did, or hid money from him, or backstabbed him in some way, or talk shit about him in some way, that he's like, I'm done. I'm over it. I'm not doing this no more.
Knowing Foodie, she's cheap. She's a bit of a miser. If she got a bunch of money for fetish content, I can easily see her keeping the bulk of it or not giving up any of the money at all. She asked him to do a video or something and then keeping the money for herself. Yeah, I can see her doing that. She's cheap.
Also, I think people liked her doing solo play more for some reason.
Yeah, well, that tracks. Because a lot of fetish guys, they want the fantasy of being the only man for that woman. Like, it also plays into the feeder fetish. If there is a guy who's got the feeder fetish, he doesn't want to see another dude in the room. He wants to be the man, the one that he can imagine, I'm the one feeding her and she's eating for me. It's all for me. This is my fantasy. And if you got another dude sitting right behind, that kind of ruins the fantasy. I don't know how that works into other fetishes, but I would imagine there'd be kind of the same attitude of, I want this to be for me. This is my video. This is my picture. I just want to close my eyes and imagine it's just for me. No one else. They don't want the presence of another man. They just want it done for them.
I'm not sure why, but someone like her doing more solo play. Whatever. Here in the past, this was kept very much away from the internet. We cannot let this get out to the community and our girl world.
But she kind of did let it out to the internet. Again, I'm sorry to interrupt Sunburst. I hate interrupting people. It feels rude. But she kind of did let it out to the internet. She wasn't keeping this fetish stuff strictly offline. If she had done that, there would have been no problem. You can be an adult and do fetish stuff away from YouTube, and I ain't got no problem with that. The right things for the right places. The problem began when it started to bleed over into YouTube, and she was doing the adult fetish stuff on YouTube right in full view of the public, doing the adult baby stuff during her lives, calling him dada, and doing the baby whine, and waving her arms like a toddler and sealing like an infant on the couch, just doing all these different things that never occurred until she's met up with him. Like trying to be sneaky about doing the fetish stuff. Like you're bringing stuff to YouTube that don't belong here. What you do off YouTube is what you do off YouTube. But doing it on YouTube, oh, I got a problem with that.
Here in the future, the Knight of Cups. Okay. Here's the thing for Salah. He wants to come with his emotional offer and be like, this is what this bitch has made me do. This is what we did behind the scenes. No one's gonna frickin' believe him, but it happened. There are videos out there of these two doing very, very, very weird content for adult fun time stuff.
Oh.
We'll pull separately on different things and see what they are to confirm them. But Salah was a part of it at one point in time. Again, for a while there, I know I had been saying I saw them doing something that they had to do together. They could not do it separately.
I wonder if that is part of what Foodie is holding over his head. All of us in Girl World, we've been saying for a while, haven't we? She's holding something over his head. I don't know what they did, but maybe something that potentially get him in trouble with, say, his family or the Kuwaiti government. I don't know. But Foodie, she's one of those, she runs on threats and blackmail. She does that to keep people quiet. Could it be that they've done some kind of fetishy content together and in an effort to keep him in place and to keep him from running off and abandoning her and blabbing on her? She's told him, look, we did this thing together. And if you don't come to heel and know your place and know your role and shut your mouth, I'll tell on you. Everybody knows I'm a scumbag and I'm sleazy and I do adult stuff, but I'm sure a lot of people would be interested in you doing that. It'd be more of a shocker for you than for me. Maybe that's what's up.
So I don't know what that is, but it was something. Okay. So I'm going to look into a few different things, adult, sexy, fun time things, and I'm going to see if she's actually doing them. We'll take a look. Is she actually doing them? So we're going to take a look specifically at, is she doing kind of baby stuff? Is she doing like the farting and the pooping on camera stuff?
Yep, she sure is. I don't need the card to tell me that. But it's nice when they confirm.
Is she kind of doing the feeder stuff?
Yep.
Are we doing gainer? Are we doing, I should say, essentially, what type of, here's what we're going to do, actually. I'm going to grab out my magic cards, this little deck that I got, and I'm going to be, what are like, or I should say, I don't know, this is a weird one. I want to grab out like 6 cards and be like, this is the type of this is the type of content, adult sexy fun time content that Foodie is doing behind the scenes. So let's take a look. I want to just pull 6 cards. What are like the 6 types of content that Miss Foodie is doing behind the scenes, or not even behind the scenes, but on camera, that we might not even be aware of, or we might be semi-aware of. So we're gonna grab 6 cards, and then I'm gonna clarify them with those 6.
Can I stop for you for a minute, Sunburst, and just tell you something that I've been wanting to tell you for a while? I love how out of the box you are with your readings, as far as taking the magic cards and turn them into almost like oracle cards. I love that. That was such a creative idea. I can appreciate that.
And we're going to take a look at what type of content she might be doing, whether that's in person or in front of the camera. So, all right, we're going to do 6 cards. What's this type of content that she is doing? So, blue the first. Okay, celebrity, love. We have fraud. Okay. And then I'm going to grab some clarifiers. So for our celebrity, we have group, love, we have wedding and marriage, fraud, accident, cover-ups. Okay. So we're looking at the type of content, whether this is adult, sexy, fun time content. So one, when we're looking here with the cult, so this is mind rot, cult think, cult programming with our celebrity. What I get here is, again, we're doing stuff like, if she could get on a pole, she would be getting on a pole in front of a whole group of people on live, on like a thing. If she could, she would. This is also giving me like, there's a group of people, you know how Criminal Minds, I know, and like they'll have like the single camera, you can see the person in front, and then there's like a chat room. That's what this is giving me.
You know what it's saying to me? Campsite. Adult campsite. Foodie, are you on an adult campsite under another name, wearing wigs and disguises? I'm just putting different pieces together. Like what Sunburst Tarot is saying here, plus what Neo Tarot has said about you with the wigs and the Moulin Rouge feeling. Are you on an adult campsite of some sort with a different name so you could stay hidden? Like you're broadcasting to people and you're in a different kind of chat room and people are sending you tips and tokens and stuff like that. Is that what you're doing? Because that's what it sounds like. It sounds like an adult campsite of some sort somewhere. I don't know where, but maybe you're not under the name Foodie Beauty. You've got a different name and you're wearing the wigs and you don't have your abaya on, your hijab. And so you're kind of like hiding in plain sight.
There's stuff that she does. She does chat room stuff, where I think she takes requests from chat rooms. In my opinion, here she takes requests where she gets to be the person on essentially center stage, and we get to go in the chat rooms and take requests in chat rooms, whatever that may be. When it comes to the love content with a shady ass person, this is Salah. I get here. This is there's somebody here who, and you know what? This might not even be Salah. This one I think might just be, we had our anime sucks person. This is like, I love you type of content. These are like your love bombers, your whales who are just like, I love you so much. You know how OnlyFans will have like these weird whales that will buy them Teslas or content or other things like that. That's the type of stuff Chantal has here. She's got some shady ass mofos that kind of love bomb her or give her gifts or buy her things. That's like she takes gifts and then she shows off those gifts, whether that's in food form, whether that's in like jewelry form, clothes form, or the such. This could be in a couple different ways. But some people like to just see like, oh, she's showing off the thing I bought her. Ooh. And then we have over here the wedding and marriage as well, with unresolved conflict or wander in death. There was marriage. I feel like this is more like marriage, sanctity of marriage. This is giving me like, I am going to I hate saying this, and it's not okay. It's a very racist, and it's very biased and anti-Semitic. And that's what it kind of feels like, that type of content, where it's like, there's times I feel like where it's like disrespecting my Muslim wife, disrespecting my wife type of content that I think some people got off on when it comes to Foodie and Salah. That's kind of what I would see, that type of content where it's like, I'm disrespecting my Muslim wife, my Muslim wife, punishing my Muslim wife for not cleaning correctly. That type of content. However they wanted to do punishment, that was that type of content that those two used to do.
So it sounds like sort of dark, abusive content. And I'm just going to put this on the table. I don't have any receipts. This is strictly speculation, y'all. So just understand that. Like, and I'm saying this because it is a possibility. Since Chantal is open to doing all kinds of fetishes, Chantal doing the feeder content, you know, she does the content where she eats food. The thing is, on the internet, regular feeder content is very, very common. You can find it everywhere. So considering the type of content that she was putting out, like she's going to have a lot of competition no matter where she went, whether it was OnlyFans or a feeder website or whatever. It's very common to watch somebody eat food. What I think Chantal did a while ago is that she created a niche within a niche in an effort to make more money and make herself more unique. Because finding a Muslim woman doing feeder content, because gluttony is considered haram by the Muslim culture, the Muslim faith, it's finding a Muslim woman to do the kind of content that she's doing, it's not a common thing. So because it's not a common thing, Foodie could easily ask more money from people because it's something unique. When it comes to fetish guys or niches or groups, finding something new and unique is always welcome by a fetish community. They're always looking for something different. So if she presented herself as a Muslim woman who had done her shahada, that she's doing all kinds of haram activity like smoking, cursing, farting, pooing her pants, committing gluttony, it would open up a new door for the fetish guys that might be interested in that. But there's also perhaps another possibility. And the possibility is for people that are out there that have a problem with the Middle East or Islam, or that are Islamophobic, doggone it, I can't say that doggone word. You get what I'm saying. People that don't like those who are Muslim, those of the Muslim faith, they might be requesting content that is degrading to someone who considers themselves to be Muslim. They might be requesting very hateful, degrading content. I don't know if she's done it. I think that she might have, but that possibility is on the table. Like, Foodie is up for doing anything she can for money. So there's a possibility that somebody who does not like, say, those who are Muslim, the Muslim culture, the Muslim people, someone who doesn't like the Middle East, if they want her to say something or do something that would be considered disrespectful to the Middle East or the Muslim culture or the Muslim faith, would she do it? Possibly. So here is Sunburst Tarot saying that they've done content, her and Salah, where he is being hateful to his Muslim wife. So if they've done that, would it be a stretch to say she would go even further with something else on her own?
Looking over here, the other type of content. Fraud, double check the info. This is blackmail. Foodie was blackmailing people. I've seen this in other readings.
Yeah.
Double checking info, getting things in, doing content for them, and then blackmailing them, saying, "Hey, I'll release this and tell your partner or spouse that you ordered this. If you don't send me more money, you're gonna need to send stuff back."
Yeah. When you do dirty work, Chantal, when you do dirty double business dealings, it's going to come back and bite you in the butt. You can't rip people off. You can't blackmail people without expecting it's going to boom around and bite you in the butt eventually. You were doing dirty business. There's nothing wrong with doing adult content and making it and selling it if you want to do it, but you can't do it that way. You can't use it for blackmail. You can't rip people off, and you have been doing that, and shame on you.
Looking here with the accident, along with divine or bad timing, aka chance encounter. There's also, it feels like body horror, not just body horror, but it's like, oops, I made an accident in my chair. Whether you couldn't make it to the bathroom in time. Oh, I did this wrong. So I'm so sorry. Can you forgive me? Type of content.
Yeah, she's been doing it on YouTube. So she's doing this, I'm messing my pants or I'm pooing on myself stuff off of YouTube. But she's also been doing it on YouTube. And while she's on YouTube, like, we just saw an example of that, y'all. The whole thing on Valentine's Day, she kept blowing gas out of her butt. The first time she did it, she's like, oh, I have to mute. But she did that on purpose. She didn't mute in time. She wanted people to hear it. And she thought that was funny. And then it happened again when she went to Salah's bedroom door. You could just tell she was squeezing it out. She wanted to do it. She was catering to Anime Sucks or whoever else in her audience. Like, oh, it was an accident. It was an accident that I farted. Or it was an accident that I pooed my pants. And how many times have we heard about her saying like, oh, I'm about to go. She's doing it on purpose. She is doing it on purpose. And this is something that goes all the way back to Crackhead Olympics. I will never forget the live stream she did with Pete's. They were in the living room and she felt it coming. She did. She felt it coming. She was sitting on the brown couch and you could tell like her face, she squeezed up her face like, oh, I feel it coming. And she literally sat there and let it happen. And then she got up giggling like a maniac and toddled off to the bathroom and had Pete sit where she was, and he was saying how much it stunk. And then she came out of the bathroom, putting her dirty pants on the counter, and she still had her underwear on. Like, all of that was deliberate. All of it. And then the many times she talked about messing herself over at Natter's place, and then talking about messing herself in Thailand, all deliberate. This was for the poo fetish guys, accident fetish guys in the audience. Putting all that stuff right there in front of people when they did not ask for it. They're not paying for it. They don't want to be exposed to it, rather than keeping it off of YouTube. I also feel Chantal might have a humiliation, degradation fetish that plays into messing herself. Like, it just gives her a kick to do gross things on YouTube.
Where there, she also, I think, slipped into some type. I'm gonna have to pull another thing here, but there's some sort of, like, when I'm looking with accident and diviner bad timing, a chance encounter. This is I'm gonna have to. This is kind of pulling me in a few different directions. And then there's the role play, which is cover up. You're putting on a mask. The first draft. She does a lot of role play stuff, so this could be baby content. This
Yep.
could be adult baby, Muslim, XYZ, insert role play fantasy here. That,
yeah, and she's doing the role play in front of people on YouTube. Like, when she and Salah are doing the streams together, and she's doing the role play on YouTube with the baby voice and the whining and the crying and the dad. It's role play. She's doing the adult role play on YouTube in front of everybody.
that's the other type of stuff that she does. I want to pull one more card for this accident. Can I get another card to kind of, because this feels like a really niche thing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what kind of niche play this would be that she's falling. She fell into it by accident. It's divine bad timing, and it's all about.
Okay. All right. Hold on. Wait a minute. All right. I cut it off there for a reason. And I'm stopping the video for a reason. And I'm issuing a trigger warning for everybody. Like, we put it on pause for a minute because we're about to get into the section of the reading that was a punch in the gut for me last night, and I absolutely lost my mind. Sunburst Tarot is about to get into the section of the reading that she got upset. I got upset. Like, I didn't expect for things to come out the way that they did. Like, the reading took a very dark turn, and it has to do with the mistreatment and the cruelty to animals. So that's why I'm pausing. I'm giving a trigger warning for anybody watching this, because watching this last night, I literally wanted to throw up. I literally just, I fought the urge to throw up. I could not believe it. It's bad. It's real bad. So I'm stopping the video. The next part has to do with the mistreatment and abuse of animals, specifically Harry the hamster and the different versions of him that mysteriously just came and went. Letting you guys know, if it's a lot. It is a lot. So if you don't want to watch it, just stop the video here, because the next part is it's a lot. Okay, it's giving you guys a warning to just stop the video here. If you have to, I'll completely understand, because this next part will just, it's extreme. All right, so just know that, and just stop it here, because the next part is, it's going to punch you in the gut like it punched me in the gut. All right, y'all ready? For those of you that want to watch, You're going to be sick. I felt sick watching this. I'm like, you got to be joking. But let's keep going.
I was hoping not to see that. Chantal should not own pets. Chantal should not own pets. Chantal should not own pets. I don't know what the F type of content she is doing with animals. I don't know what the fuck. You know how we speculated that we were on like Harry the Eighth? Question why we were on Harry the frickin' Eighth. I am just going to leave it at that. What?
You can hear how upset she is.
What was going on with the effing hamster that they needed to get like 8 or 9 of them? And why? And if y'all want to know more about what I'm thinking with the hamster, ask me in the comments down below and I might answer you. But I'm not going to be putting that in the video because that is sick and freaking twisted. And someone got off with animals, and someone I think liked seeing. You know what? I'm just going to say it. I think some people just like seeing animals sat on. Okay, or by accident sitting on them, and again, ask why we had 9 freaking Harry the Eighths or 9s at this point in time. I'm going to leave it at that because that's sick and fucking twisted. And Chantal, I can't wait to see which level of hell you're in. So with that, I'm done. I hope y'all have a good rest of your night, whenever you're watching this, day, night, whenever. Feel free, leave, I don't know, at this point in time. I don't know, put a salt emoji, a holy cross, the sun, anything that you think of that's like a divine or holy cleansing spirit emoji, put it in the comments below. Let's all go to church because this is fucking twisted. So thank you all again so much for watching. If you will.
And that was the reading. That last part punched me in the gut. I was like, my mouth was on the floor and I was saying things that would have got me in trouble with YouTube. I was losing my mind over here. I felt sick. Real sick. Chantal has a history of being neglectful to animals, hurting animals. She's got a sick, twisted mind. And I'm going to close out this react by saying, Chantal, if you've done horrible things to animals, sick, twisted things to animals, I don't care what the reason is, there are consequences for that. Oh, there are consequences. You can't do that. You can't go around hurting people or innocent animals. And so I don't know what you've been doing over there, ma'am. I don't like where my mind is going right now, but you're going to have to deal with that. Yes, ma'am. So once I heard that part, like whatever happens, whether it's somebody coming forward on YouTube and exposing you for the stuff you've done, for exposing you for ripping people off, let it happen. Let it happen. That's all I'm going to say. That's how I'm going to close this out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this react. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you guys on the next one. And don't be afraid to look down below for the link for Sunburst Tarot's original video. Check out all of her content. Give her a like, give her a sub, give her a comment, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.